my cologne.
Hey, welcome back to Still Whiskey. I'm Devin.
I'm Vince.
I'm Rich.
And today we're going to talk about the sleeper bottles.
That's right.
Bottles that you're passing by on the shelf that you should have in your collection that are not worth passing up because you don't know about them. We're going to tell you about them. So,
you gotta get them.
Let's do that.
You got to get them.
So, we've got these bottles. We're just going to pull them all out here, then we'll talk about them.
Oh, snap. We're just pulling them out.
We're just gonna pull
them out. Pull them out. Okay.
Ah, this one.
Oh, this one. I want this one.
I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, so the idea of the sleeper bottles is something you're sleeping on, something you're not looking at, something you're passing by on shelves. A lot of these are probably bottles that we say we would have passed on when we were first starting out.
Sure.
Right? Like
Sure.
New Riff, not a name they really know. This old Granddad 114.
It's on the bottom of the shelf.
It's on the bottom shelf. That's right.
Yeah. Maker's 46 cast strength. Like this is the old bottle, but you know there was like it was a little bit higher proof. This 46. What is it? And then, you know, Sagamore. Who is Sagamore?
Sagamore is great.
Yeah, and so that's the idea of this. There obviously are tons of other bottles.
That's
you
right.
can comment whatever bottles you think should be on the list. This is just the 4 we came up with that we should make. We wanted to make sure you have on your shelf right now.
Yep.
Yeah, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think we're sleeping on. For me, I want to start actually with this guy. So I am not a. This is fairly well known. I'm not a fan of regular makers.
Yeah.
However, yeah, no, shocking, right? Not a big fan of wheaters. This is a wheated whiskey. Maker's 46 is outstanding. This is their cask strength 46, which is a little harder to get, but I would say that even the regular 46 is something you should pick up as worth getting separate from the regular makers, and yet it's also cool, right? Because most people have makers in their house. They will not necessarily have Maker's 46, and I say that as someone that doesn't drink makers a lot at all. I think this is definitely one of the premier available makers products that you can get that I think is great, even though I don't generally like it.
Yeah, if you like the 46 is their wood staves finished
which is
ones.
great.
And so if you like those, the cast strength of this, there is a cast strength of the standard Maker's Mark.
Yep.
That
I don't think that's as good, right?
No.
So I think
because you don't like that. Was finishing with. If you like the standard makers, that could be a nice step up for you.
Yeah.
I think Maker's 46 or cast strength, great products. You need to pick up.
Here's what I'll say. If you watch the channel, you know
Vince is a big fan.
I'm a big fan. I think that this is the best bottle that you can get for under $35 or so.
Do you still think that's true?
Yeah.
For under 35 bucks?
Yeah.
You think that's the best bottle?
For a high proof, yes. I think it's fantastic. I actually turn to all 4 of these consistently. If I could buy a case of this, which actually I was thinking I might do that. I might buy a case of those because but anyways, I really, really enjoy this. This is the cheapest bottle in the lineup.
And
it's
30.
Fantastic. It's definitely
it's gone up a little
30.
bit.
I think it's $35.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But still, great.
The bonded is 26, which is also a great.
Bonded is great. High rye whiskey, it's fantastic.
Yeah. I think for me, out of this, and this is why I picked this one, is the Sagamore Double Oak.
That's a good one.
When because I remember the day we went in, it was in San Diego.
Yeah, I remember.
And we didn't know anything about Sagamore.
I remember this.
Yeah, being in Utah, we didn't get any of these, so we were like, uneducated. So we go out of the state, we go to the free state of at least whiskey of California, and we saw this on there. We loved Woodford Double Oaked, and so I was like, a double oaked of a rye, that's probably gonna be good, right?
Yep.
And it was amazing. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, to the point where I think every time I've gone out, I've made sure I've had a bottle back of because I've gone through one or two of those already.
Yeah. This is a fantastic bottle. Absolutely.
I would go a little further actually and say that since then, so I agree, this was my first bottle of Sagamore anything.
Yeah.
Since then, I've begun to realize that Sagamore are putting out really, really good product in general, and I've been impressed with a lot of the stuff that they put out. So you recently bought some New Riff.
Yeah, the single barrel rye. I love New Riff. I turn to it often.
That one's a bourbon, but the rye's really good too.
Oh yeah, no, I like them all. I like them all. No, it's fantastic.
Yeah, and it's interesting too because you see a lot of companies that start out like I think they were starting outsourcing from MGP and now they're doing their own distillate.
Yep.
But you see a lot of them where it takes them a long time to get into that, or they
course.
stay with MGP, right? And
Sure.
it felt like they jumped into
Look
their
at
own
what Penelope
pretty
did.
quick. Yeah.
Look at what Penelope did.
But they're still in the MGP game.
And they were doing great product.
And then they got bought by MGP.
Bought by MGP, that's right.
I'd have to fact check what I'm about to say.
No boy.
But I believe that I would say that from my first new Riff to now, I don't think that the quality has changed as they're now doing their own distilling. I think
we've had their distillate the whole time we've had it.
Maybe.
I think it's only 3 or 4 years since when we started having new Riff.
What I will say is that I think that their single barrel bourbon and their single barrel rye are fantastic.
Yeah.
I really do. I think the malted rye is a little off profile. It's one of those love-hate type things.
Yep.
But I think their single barrels are really good products, especially for the price.
Yeah.
And they look cool and the whole bit.
It's a decent proof. Like, I mean, you're looking like 103 to 110 or so.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of where
I think it's great.
You can find people a lot of different people stores that will do single barrel picks on because they offer
third barrels.
picks or
third
quarter
barrels
or something like that. Yeah.
So, but we even had the Balboa rye, and the Balboa rye is fantastic too.
Yep.
And so they're putting out really good product. Sagamore's putting out really good product.
I was gonna say all 4 of these are bottles that you should have.
Yeah. And we've got 2 of them here where it's like if you saw old Granddad, like it looks like bottom shelfer stuff.
Oh.
There's definitely an elevation that you can try with some of this. Same thing with Maker's Mark. If you're coming into the game, the whiskey game where it's like Maker's Mark, like that's low shelf. It's like there are elevations from that to
without going crazy.
Yeah.
Like
and
hard
then,
release. Yep.
You know, if you haven't heard of Sagamore, it's worth looking into.
For sure.
They have sherry finishes. They have their cask strengths. They have
That's right.
tons of different options.
Such a great point.
It's such like even to the point like where you got like large like other companies and other like some YouTubers that are pulling in their distillate to do mixes and things like that. And then New Riff is just it's a constant. Like I feel like it's a cool looking bottle. Like I love the faded look of the bottle, but like just the quality of the juice inside. And don't let the 4 years, at least 4 years, sway you. I think when we first looked at it, we're like,
not
4 years. You know,
no,
it's done really well.
Good product.
Yeah,
really good.
And they've selected their barrels really well. I honestly would put them in the same neighborhood as I think about them a lot like Penelope.
Yeah.
You know, just really good product.
Yeah.
And really well selected.
So these aren't all
and really well
the sleepers.
branded.
Yeah, these aren't all the sleepers. There's plenty of more out there.
That's right.
But these are a start to, ones that you should be looking for. If you don't have these on your shelf already, let us know if there's any that we've missed, or we know we've missed some. Like that's the thing. We know there's tons of them. Like if you look at our back, like it's a very wide array. And so let us know what your favorite sleepers are, ones that you were surprised with that you saw on the shelf that you finally picked up. And
like a Russell 10 could be in this mix.
Yeah, Russell's 10 can be on there too. So anyways, still whiskey. All of it's whiskey. It's very good whiskey.
We love you.
I like it.
We'll see you later.
This one.